In a world where education is key to unlocking opportunities, financial constraints can be a significant barrier to success. For many students, the burden of tuition fees, textbooks, and living expenses can be overwhelming. But what if there was a way to alleviate this financial strain? Welcome to the world of bursary payments, a vital lifeline for students in need. Bursary payments are a form of financial aid that supports students with the necessary funds to pursue their academic dreams. Relief has come the way of Oyo State-born undergraduates across tertiary institutions in Nigeria, as the Seyi Makinde-led government has commenced all processes culminating to payment of bursary awards to students of Oyo State extraction in law schools, medical schools, aviation schools, and final year students of universities and HND across the country. The beneficiaries, numbering about 2,950, were drawn from a pool of about 3,000 registrants, having met the criteria set for the award. The Oyo State Ministry of Education, Secretariat Agodi Ibadan, was a beehive of activity as students make themselves available for the final screening exercise put in place by the Oyo State Scholarship Board. A section of the beneficiaries who spoke to newsmen commended Governor Seyi Makinde for approving scholarships and bursary awards to Oyo State students at this crucial period.
I'm quite ecstatic that the government has finally taken the initiative to put education at the forefront of the agenda. We are the future of this country, and the fact that the government is investing in us is quite commendable. I'm very, very grateful to Engineer Seyi Makinde for this initiative, for putting us at the forefront of the nation. I'm very, very glad for that.
The bursary will be of immense help. We are all aware of the economic crisis in the nation, so it will help us with buying our books. Many medical books are very expensive. It will also help us for our upkeep and so many other things that we are doing as extracurriculars to make us employable after school.
It's a thing of joy that the cry of the students are being heard. Because over the years, the students have been yelling, and have been willing and agitating for these great landmark achievements, and all to no avail. It has not been possible, it has not been achieved, but all thanks to God Almighty, the governor of Oyo State. We really, really appreciate everyone for role everyone play in making this a lifetime and a landmark achievement.
Others also expressed their gratitude for the opportunity to get shortlisted. They believe it will ease the stress in payment of their final year fees.
I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be shortlisted for the bursary. It will really have a great impact on my education. It will help me to pay for my final year school fees, and with it, to ease my stress of running around for school fees. A big thank you to the governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde.
Most scholarships are not available to me because there are criteria to it, like maybe age, maybe state or something like that. So, but the criteria for this is just to be an Oyo State indigene and to be a final year student. So that made me qualify for the bursary. So I'm grateful for that.
Over the past years, we have not had any bursary being disbursed since we've resumed. So this is our first time getting this bursary. And at this point in time, it's actually going to be very helpful for us because of our final year dues, as well as our induction fees, as well as graduation fees. So this bursary comes as a very helpful time.
The Senior Special Assistant on Student Affairs to Governor Seyi Makinde, Victor Olojede, noted that the governor had earlier approved the bursary to the tune of 554,989,000 naira, describing him as a friend of the students.
Previous government and administration did not look into this. In many years, since about 8 years ago, there was no bursary, there was no scholarship for students of Oyo State in any of the institutions in Nigeria. But the governor of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, is the first to do it after 8 years. We started with the Nigerian law school students, and this process we've been doing for about 4 years now. and the governor is committed to making sure that our students get some relief during this critical moment of our nation.
Also speaking, the chairman of the Oyo State Scholarship Board, Right Honorable Olawale Atilola, noted that the Bursary Award was another proof of Governor Makinde's investment in education. He advised the beneficiaries to use the scholarship awards and bursaries judiciously.
They only applied between July and August last year. They should make use of the money judiciously to buy books and do other necessary things that can enhance their learning capacity.
Governor Makinde's investment in the nation's future leaders is a testament to his trust in the potential of education to transform lives and communities. These students say thank you, Mr. Governor.
Thank you, Governor Makinde.
You hustle and struggle to make a living. Yet, the evil one in some people could suddenly crush your dream and make you vulnerable. But hold on. Someone, somewhere could be saying something and will say something. Be your brother's keeper. If you see something, say something. The security of life and property is a collective responsibility. If you see something, say something by calling 615. And the emergency response team will be there.
Or call 090 7449 1249 or visit Oyo State Crime Alert platform.
The Oyo State Governor, His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, says a big thank you for your support to keeping the Bayelsa State safe and secure.
The African Development Bank, AFDB, says Africa is home to 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. Yet, the country remains a net good importer, spending over 43 billion annually on good imports. The paradox of abundant land and low productivity can be attributed to multiple factors ranging from climate variability, poor access to modern farming techniques, and lack of data-driven decision-making in agriculture, among others. The need to find a solution to this compelled the International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, IITA, in collaboration with the Oyo State government, to host President Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone at the IITA headquarters in Ibadan, Nigeria. The aim is to foster research-driven agricultural innovations and strengthen public-private partnerships. The sun has set. The cool evening breeze is very welcoming as the Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, and the IITA Director General, Dr. Simeon Ehue, majestically approach the aircraft that has just touched down at the Ladoke Akintola Airport in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, to welcome His Excellency, President Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone. The hall is filled to capacity. Dignitaries on the entourage of the Sierra Leonean president, comprising of the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Henry Musak Paka, Minister of Finance, Honorable Sheikh Mohammed Bangura, World Bank Country Manager Sierra Leone, Mr. Abdul Mwonge, members of Diplomatic Corps and country directors, among others, are present here in addition to the Nigerian delegation. The host, Governor Seyi Makinde, is also here with the executive members of his cabinet, just as the IITA Director General has his team present as well. It is time for the business of the day. The IITA Director General, Dr. Simeon Ehui, welcomed the participants. Similarly, the Minister for Agriculture, Senator Abubakar Kyari, represented by the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Marcus Ogunbiyi, shared insights into Nigeria's ongoing agricultural transformation, emphasizing the country's advancement in mechanization and agribusiness.
Today, we set the foundation for a future where Africa does not just feed itself, but feeds the world. Let the work we begin here echo beyond these walls, into the fields, into the markets, and into the lives of farmers who will drive Africa's prosperity. For Sierra Leone, for Nigeria, which has graciously hosted IITA over 5 decades, and for Africa. Once again, Your Excellency, welcome to IITA. Together, let us shape the future of African agriculture.
Nigeria's agricultural sector has undergone significant transformation in recent years, with deliberate efforts to modernize farming, improve food security, and promote sustainable practices. Through policies like the Agricultural Promotion Policy, the National Agricultural Technology and Innovation Policy, and strategic partnerships, Nigeria is making strides in mechanization, irrigation, post-harvest management, and the intensification of the value chain activities of agribusiness for socio-economic development.
In his speech, the Oyo State Governor noted that his government has walked its talk on agricultural revolution in the state, hence the positive results being witnessed in its agribusiness sector. According to him, his administration's commitment to doing agriculture differently led to the creation of the Oyo State Agribusiness Development Agency, IITA, and the subsequent upgrade of the moribund Fashola Farms Oyo to Fashola Agribusiness Industrial Hub. Speaking on the power of improved technologies and public-private partnership to accelerate the feed salon strategy, Governor Makinde charged the Sierra Leonean president to adopt the Oyo State agribusiness model for his country.
We will take steps to modernize our agricultural sector, enhance food security, and stimulate economic growth. By 2020, we signed the IITA law, which is the Oyo State Agribusiness Development Agency. And IITA has been an agency which has served as the special purpose vehicle for agribusiness partnership between the state, the private sector, and development organization. The model that I will recommend for Sierra Leone, Your Excellency. About a year later, we started developing the first agribusiness industrial hub, which will serve as a pilot for other development. So I spoke about this earlier. It is now the first ATC in Nigeria, and we have already kick-started the next one in the Rua, and we'll start another one through collaboration with the French government coming up in Ijai.
President of Sierra Leone, Dr. Madabio, in his keynote address said, research, innovation, and technologies would help to drive and transform Africa's agriculture sector. Dr. Bio assured of collaboration between the Nigerian and Sierra Leonean governments to tackle challenges in food production and other agriculture-related problems.
My trip to Nigeria reinforces our dedication to innovative ideas that aim to create a world-class food system in Sierra Leone, where research drives solutions, technology fosters progress, and investment opens genuine opportunities for our farmers and agribusinesses. Agriculture, for your information, remains the backbone of Sierra Leone's economy, engaging over 70% of our agricultural workforce, with women making the majority. Our country, like many other African nations, is rich in natural resources, with over 5 million hectares of arable land, abundant rainfall, and a vibrant, youthful population. Although there is significant potential, as you all know, traditional methods have not provided the future we deserve and desire. We realized that we could no longer afford this path. We needed to move beyond potential and act. And this trip is part of that action. This is why, under my government's flagship Feed Salon initiative, we have initiated an ambitious and systematic transformation of our food systems.
At the end of the day, speakers as well as other key stakeholders at the event agreed that science alone cannot transform agriculture, hence the need for partnership with research institutes. The summit isn't over. More key stakeholders from Nigeria and across West Africa have come together to align and come up with strategies and also explore areas of collaboration that will drive agricultural transformation in the region. On this day, a high-level panel discussion is to come up. Other state governors from Nigeria are on this panel to speak on their experiences and how they have been able to introduce technology into their agriculture business in their domains.
As a result of the insurgency, our farmers don't have the capacity to invest in agriculture. Then what we did is to support the smallholder farmers. Yes, a lot has been said about irrigation farming, but in Nigeria we are yet to exploit the potential of our rain-fed farming. We left Maiduguri this morning to Oyo State, a distance of about 1,500 kilometers. 90% of this landmass are arable land. Most of the areas you don't even need fertilizers. So the rain-fed farming is very important. Rainwater conservation, we're investing hugely in rainwater conservation, in conservation agriculture. Because irrigation entails a lot of things. You need to spend more to develop infrastructure.
Many of the people that are in the public sector have requisite knowledge in their fields of expertise, but they have not been given the political environment to be able to thrive. And so what we have done is to try to put the structures back into place. While doing that, we have also tried to engage the private sector to see that we can partner together in this journey. And so recently, we have decided also to break the Ministry of Agric into two: the Ministry of Agric purely, and then the Ministry of Livestock Development, together with veterinary services and fisheries. Because we realize also that the ministry is too large to manage, and we need to be more focused in trying to ensure that we get to the areas of strength that we can leverage upon.
We are a little bit different from the mechanization program that the two of them have mentioned. The mechanization program is a program that is designed to we used to have a tractor unit in Oyo State. I asked them, where are these tractors? They've invested money in the past. They were nowhere to be found. Some of them were abandoned in farms all over. And we said, okay, now I'm not going to invest money again to purchase tractors. We will leave the private people, to run it as a business. And those private people, they will look after their business. But what can the state do to ensure that they remain in business and we give some subsidy, some sort of subsidy to the farmers? We said to them that, look, if you want to clear 10 acres, for instance, you bring money, pay those tractor business people, pay them for half of it. The government will match whatever you've paid.
Other speakers, including the president of Sierra Leone, Dr. Bios, also had the floor.
We should be thinking about how we are going to fill in the gap that is going to be created, especially in terms of development financing, as everybody is cutting their on their development finance, and to support their own priorities, which is really about protection of their territories, interests, and where they want to be in the world.
After the high-level panel discussion, President Bio and his team, Governor Makinde and his team, Plateau State Governor Mr. Caleb Muftwang and his team, as well as top echelon of the IITA, moved to Fashola in Oyo Town, where another discussion on investment and private sector engagement in agribusiness was held. The team toured the facilities in a special agro-industrial processing zone, Fashola.
Your Excellency, sir, this is actually the first powerhouse of every greenhouse. Here what we do is to get a hybrid seed, and thereafter we use cocoa peat as our growth media.
President Bio's visit to Nigeria, particularly IITA and Fashola Agribusiness Industrial Hub, signifies a renewed commitment to advancing agricultural transformation in Sierra Leone and the broader West African region. By harnessing the improved technologies, fostering strategic partnerships, and empowering youth and women, the Feed Salon strategy will drive sustainable agricultural development and economic growth. As stakeholders continue to collaborate, the drive generated by this engagement is expected to lead to impactful solutions that will strengthen food security and resilience in Sierra Leone and beyond. The partnership between IITA, Oyo State Government, and Sierra Leone is a testament to the power of research, innovation, and cooperation in shaping the future of African agriculture.